Imagine you're asking a chatbot for help with homework or using Siri to find directions. How do they understand and respond so quickly? It's all thanks to large language models, or LLMs. LLMs are like supercomputers that learn language by reading everything they can. Books, websites, articles. They figure out how words fit together, just like how we learn to speak and write. LLMs are computer models trained to understand and generate human language, kind of like how we learn from reading books or browsing the internet. LLMs don't memorize sentences but learn patterns. They know how to predict the next word or form an answer based on the massive amount of information they've read. This allows them to generate sentences, answer questions, or even chat like a human, making them incredibly useful in everyday apps. LLMs can understand the context of what you're saying. If you ask, "What's the weather like?" they know you're talking about the weather, not some random unrelated topic. Show how Google Assistant or Siri answers weather questions based on the context of your request. LLMs can write full sentences or even stories. For example, you could ask an LLM to write an essay on a topic, and it will generate text that makes sense. The LLM learns by processing tons of text from all over the internet, which means it can answer questions about nearly anything. Whether it's history, math, or even coding, LLMs can translate one language to another. You can type something in English, and it will translate it into Spanish, French, or other languages almost instantly. LLMs make the tools we use every day smarter. From virtual assistants like Alexa to auto-correcting text on your phone, these models work in the background to make technology easier for everyone. LLMs make technology more useful in ways we might not even notice, and as they keep improving, they'll help make everyday tasks faster and smarter. Anatomy of LLM. Now, let's take a quick look inside an LLM and explore its anatomy, including the key components like parameters, layers, and training data that make it so powerful. Parameters. LLMs have millions, sometimes even billions of tiny parts inside them called parameters. These parameters are like switches that help the model decide how to combine words. The more parameters, the smarter and more accurate the model becomes. Imagine you're learning to bake a cake. Each time you bake, you adjust the ingredients until you get it just right. Parameters are the ingredients that help the LLM adjust how it understands and generates language. The more parameters, the better it is at getting the conversation right. Training data. To make sense of language, LLMs are trained using massive amounts of text data, which could be anything from books to websites to social media posts. It's like reading thousands of books. The more books you read, the more you understand different words and how they fit together. LLMs do the same thing, learning from all kinds of texts. Layers. Inside an LLM, there are layers. Think of them like levels in a video game. Each layer adds more understanding of the text. As a word passes through each layer, the model gets better at predicting what the next word should be, or understanding what you're asking. Imagine a detective solving a mystery. With each clue, they get closer to solving the case. The layers in an LLM work the same way. They gather clues from words and sentences to give you the best answer. Attributes of LLM. Let's explore the key attributes of LLMs, like understanding context, scaling with millions of parameters, and how these qualities impact our everyday interactions with technology. Scale, millions or billions of parameters. The bigger the LLM, the more it can handle. Some LLMs have billions of parameters. This huge scale allows them to understand more complex ideas and respond in ways that feel more human. Just like how a more experienced person gives better advice, a larger model gives more accurate responses. This is why chatbots or assistants are becoming smarter. Understanding context. LLMs aren't just guessing. They use context to figure out what you mean. If you ask, "What's the capital of France?" the LLM understands you're talking about a place, not a person. It's like how a friend remembers past conversations and can respond better because they know the context of your life. Efficiency, fast responses. Despite having billions of parameters, LLMs can answer questions in milliseconds. They've been trained to respond quickly, making them perfect for apps where you need fast answers. Everyday uses. LLMs make the apps and services you use every day smarter and easier to interact with. Whether it's your phone auto-correcting your message or a chatbot helping you with customer service, LLMs are working in the background, using those billions of parameters to help. LLMs are powerful language models built from millions or billions of parameters, which help them understand and respond like humans. They're becoming more useful in our daily lives, from helping us write essays to answering our questions instantly. And as they keep growing, they'll continue to make technology more intelligent, more responsive, and more human-like. Thank you for watching this video.